Welcome to Dad's Got Dementia Situation Saturday. So I am going to do a series of vlogs on how to keep urine smells out of the house, out of garments, out of beds, and how to just properly care for someone who's incontinent, especially now. Now's a good time to talk about that because I get a lot of inbox questions about it, and I read about it on some of the support groups, and everybody seems to struggle with the same thing. Their loved one is incontinent at this point in their experience with dementia, and they are having issues with keeping everything clean and just getting that smell out of clothes and bedding and things like that. So if this is too much for you, this topic, certainly turn it off. But most of us know that we have encountered it and we need to master just cleaning when it comes to things like that. So there are a lot of remedies out there, but the first one, just kind of some basics that I'm going to talk about are just how to keep the bedding and things clean from getting urine on them in the first place. So I have shown on previous vlogs that we use Leak Master disposable contoured adult diapers for the night. So, and I'm sorry, they're not disposable, they're reusable. That's the trick. So they're cloth diapers, and if you remember way back when we would put our babies in the cloth diapers, and who even liked that? I didn't. Disposable diapers were the thing. But during the night, those don't always hold up, and there could be leakage or totally going through the diaper itself, because some of those adult diapers are not padded adequately. And even those that are considered nighttime, while they may be thicker, it's still not enough to hold them through the night. Now we started and we used some inserts that you put in those nighttime depends to make them even thicker, but even still they didn't hold. So I switched to Leak Master adult contoured diapers or underwear, if you don't want to use that term. I buy them from Amazon, and I'll put a link here. And we don't use the pull-ups. Now there are pull-ups, we don't use them. We use the Velcro that snap on the side because they're easy to take on and off. Just unsnap them versus having to pull them down and lift their legs out and all of that big hassle. So that's what we do. We use that, and not only it's thick, it's huge actually, and we line those with the inserts. And I'll show you a picture of that. But we get the thicker inserts and line those. And in addition to that, so we put those on, and then in addition to that, we have one long pad that goes across the bed from top to bottom, and then we have a shorter pad that just goes under the bum. So that's how we keep my father from messing up everything, okay? Because he is incontinent and it's just a way of life right now. So we use that, and in the morning, he is, thoroughly soaked as you could expect, but it's not on the bedding. It's not on the mattress, the pads that I told you about. It's all contained. Now, in order to keep everything fresh, we strip those pads out. We put them in the disposable scented bags, which I'll show you. Tie those up, and those go outside. We do not keep soiled things in the inside trash can. They are tied in a scented bag, and then we have an outside trash can right outside the door. It's a smaller one, and we put all of the disposables in that waste basket through the day. At the end of each night, Everything in that container is again sealed with the bag that was in that wastebasket, and it's taken to the our outside trash can, the big dumpster thing. Okay, so that keeps the odor away from the house. It all keeps it concealed in those bags. Those bags are just really, really great. And if it's too costly for you, just use those grocery store bags and tie them in the grocery store bags, but never keep them in the house. That's one thing. The second thing is, once we take off that the reusable diaper, you want to make sure that you are soaking it, because you have to get the urine out of that. You can't just dump it into a washing machine and expect for it to work, because it won't. So what we do is, in our mud room, my mother's mud room, you go in and we have a bucket, and you put some detergent in the bucket and some vinegar. We use vinegar. Other people use other products that seem to work for them. Vinegar's inexpensive and just an easy way just to dump some in and then begin to kind of soak the diaper, and you're swishing it up and down, up and down. You have on gloves, so don't be grossed out, okay? But you're soaking it up and down, and then just let it sit. Let it sit for about an hour or so, and then rinse and put it in the washing machine with your normal detergent. We don't use bleach anymore because it eats up the fabric in the reusable diaper. So don't use bleach. Bleach kills everything, but in this case, it's killing too much. Okay, because those diapers are expensive. So that is what we use to make sure that there's no odor in the house or no odor on Dad's clothes. All right, next week we will continue with some different tips on how to keep the house smelling fresh, your loved ones smelling fresh, and not ruining things by those odors.